Versatile Mage. Chapter 502. The Truth Behind the Fire. Chen Yi had arrived before the fiery sorceress. She looked into the fiery sorceress' eyes and recalled the sneak attack she had executed at the top of the hill. The attack had been extremely successful. The fiery sorceress was completely unaware of it, but what confused Chen Yi the most was that the fiery sorceress did not faint instantly when she was attacked. She had more than enough time to burn Chen Yi into ashes before falling unconscious. But she didn't. Jiang Feng did not give Chen Yi a chance to think. As the mind control spell was cast, Chen Yi's hesitant look was replaced by an enraged expression and bloodshot, murderous eyes. The breaking profaner thrust forward with full force as Chen Yi raised it with both hands and stabbed at the fiery sorceress' heart. The ice shattered. The front tip of the breaking profaner poked into the fiery sorceress' body like a long spear. Apart from penetrating through her skin, there was also the sound of metal clanking. It was the grimsteel spike. The spike that Chen Yi had stuck into the fiery sorceress' back had not been removed and was still inside her body. However, when the breaking profaner penetrated her, it also knocked the grimsteel spike out, resulting in the clank of metal. The fiery sorceress raised her head and let out a painful screech. The ice surrounding her shattered into pieces, scattering in all directions and cutting Chen Yi's skin. The enraged calamity fire surged in all directions like an infuriated beast, instantly producing an ocean of flames, evaporating everything within its reach. Chen Yi abruptly regained control of her mind. She was dumbfounded when she saw the flames rolling toward her. The fiery sorceress had broken free from the ice cage, which meant she had nowhere to escape. Her body might be immune to the dark flame, yet it could never protect her against the calamity fire. The ocean of flames was more than enough to burn her into a pile of bones. As the fire swept toward her, Chen Yi closed her eyes hopelessly. However, after a long time, she still did not feel the heat. She opened her eyes and discovered that her surroundings were covered in flames, yet not the tiniest spark could be seen near her. There was a strange space in the midst of the ocean of fire. The fiery sorceress was standing right in front of her. With just a thought, she could have easily burned Chen Yi into ashes. However, Chen Yi could only see the fiery sorceress holding the breaking profaner with one hand and controlling the enraged calamity fire with the other, driving the flames away from her. Chen Yi was stunned. She could not believe what she was seeing. The ocean of flames was burning fiercely, even the clouds in the sky were set aflame, yet not a single flame had spread to her spot. Why is this the case? Why is this happening? Psychic element. Why do you possess the psychic element? Screamed Zhao Yulin from the attic. Jiang Feng had long become an advanced magician and could be considered a genius, but after the fire calamity, her cultivation had never improved due to the fire poison she had suffered from over the years. Zhao Yulin clearly remembered that Jiang Feng's primary element was fire, while her secondary elements were earth and space. There was no way Jiang Feng could possess the power of the psychic element. You idiots, that bitch is not Jiang Feng, snapped Mo Fan furiously as he regained control of himself. The person in white cloth stood there, her eyes emitting a vicious glow like the evil scorpion demoness. She did not speak but uttered a burst of sinister laughter, looking at the fiery sorceress who had been impaled by the spike. Mo Fan's figure was burning in rage. He finally understood what Xingxia had been trying to tell everyone when she saw Chen Yi walking toward the fiery sorceress domain. If she isn't, then whose? Chen Yi was lost in thought, standing amidst the flames. Yes, when the person in white cloth cast the psychic spell on her, she knew the woman was not her mother. She was extremely familiar with her mother and clearly remembered the elements she had awakened. Her mother had never possessed the psychic element. Her primary element was fire, and her secondary elements were earth and space. The fiery sorceress seemed to have the power of the space element, too. Chen Yi's mind buzzed as if it had just exploded. Why was she asked to attack the fiery sorceress? Why did the fiery sorceress only grab Xingxia when she could easily avenge herself? Why? Chen Yi, are you blind? Didn't you see that it was her withdrawing her domain of dark flame all along? You idiot, you dumbass girl. If she really wanted to kill you, she could easily burn 10,000 of you into ashes. Mo Fan burst out cursing furiously. If Chen Yi had been smarter, if she were more observant, she would have discovered that the fiery sorceress was controlling the dark flame. The person in white bandages knew that Chen Yi was the only one who could kill the fiery sorceress, because the fiery sorceress was the true Jiang Feng, Chen Yi's mother. As Chen Yi's mother, why would she harm her own daughter? The fiery sorceress was friendly toward humans. It was because she used to be one. She was extremely powerful, yet she was injured by Chen Yi. It was because no one knew that she had completely lost her mind when she saw Chen Yi. She had panicked when she wanted to hug her daughter, who had grown up, yet when she saw her hands and body burning in flames, she could only turn around in disappointment. At that instant, the grim steel spike stabbed her in the back. Her heart did not break, yet the pain was 1,000 times stronger than heartbreak. How is this possible? How is this possible? Everything she told me was fake. Chen Yi was on the verge of losing her mind. She looked at the fiery sorceress, whose eyes showed no hint of hostility or anger. The fiery sorceress was watching Chen Yi, yet she could not speak, even though she had so much to say. She was devoured by the flames of the fire calamity fruit and had managed to survive after a fiery figure fed her a fire calamity fruit. It was indeed your mother's story, yet only half of it was told. Xingxia approached them with Nanyu's support. Her voice rang in everyone's ears. The first thing that the fiery sorceress did was take Xingxia away, as she tried to tell everyone the truth. However, the evil woman in the white cloth did not give her the chance. She immediately ordered the people to attack her. After Xingxia was connected with the fiery sorceress, she immediately learned the truth, yet she was placed under a curse, the nightmare curse. The curse was cast by the person in white cloth to stop Xingxia from regaining consciousness so she could not reveal the truth. Her cultivation greatly surpassed what everyone expected, hence it was difficult to learn her true nature, until Mo Fan came to stop her and forced her to expose her psychic element. Chapter end. Please guys, like, comment, share, and subscribe.